Firing up the stream here.
Burn
What do you say?
more calories and lose more weight by weight training than actual like running.
It's probably close, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It depends on how hard you're running, I guess, and how hard you're lifting. But I think, like, technically, as far as calories burned on the spot, you know, running's probably going to give you more immediately, but by a little bit. But with the muscle growth, kind of the afterburn, and just having the passive muscles eating calories, I think in the long run, might burn you more. Or it'll at least make you look better, I think, in a lot of cases. Because if you have, like, some muscle to you, you can get away, I think, with carrying a bit more weight and still look good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
At the end of the day. And I think that's, you know, what it's about for most people. Just, you know, having good blood work or whatever in terms of health, but then just looking good. But then besides that, like, who gives a crap what your, you know, percentages are or whatever.
Right. No, I agree.
Unless you're, again, you're doing, like, competitive or something.
I agree.
Oh, hell yeah, we got Vayne. Let's go. I didn't even see. What are we up against? Like, Senna something? Alistar? Okay, it's not, like, super bad. But how does Vayne even play, man? I wonder if she should be getting Static Shiv or if it's just bad on her because it doesn't have crit, but she just needs wave clear. Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh, let me post on Twitter here. I'm just never going to call it X. It's just so stupid. It always sounds like a porn site or something. Which, nothing wrong with porn sites, but... yeah, nothing wrong with porn sites, but there's a time and a place. It's usually not just for messaging people that you're streaming League of Legends.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alright. So this lane's gonna be kind of a nightmare. I mean,
30 seconds.
the problem with Vayne is like twofold, really, a lot of times. Like, it's a free lane against almost anybody. But, so they get to scale. You usually get pressured. And even if somehow you don't usually even scale as well as a lot of the other mainstream ADCs. Like, Senna's gonna outscale her hard.
I really hate Trinamir.
Mm-hmm.
Minions have spawned.
Well, you could try that Rylar's build out.
You know what? It is so funny you mentioned that. I was legit going to say something about that, and you just said it. It's almost like you know, dude. Like that just kind of spooked me because I was literally about to say the words, and you just said you should try the Rylai's build. I'm like, what?
They're on the same wavelength.
My dude knows what I'm about to be doing. But
I
yes,
think
you're right.
Yeah, that would help with that and not getting blown up by Kha'Zix.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I haven't seen like what the high level solo queue Azir's have been doing, but I remember some people have been commenting on might have been Pobelter on the Double If stream who was talking about oh, there goes that. After the Leandri's nerf, some people have been running Rylai's instead second.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
Because it's cheaper, you also get the health. It just gives you a bit more utility, yeah. Because you kind of probably do need some health item.
For sure, yeah.
Especially if you're going to go in and, you know, offensively scoop, which usually you want to do that.
Right.
But yeah, it's a good little
Like it is
substitute.
Cheap, crazy.
Yeah, and it's cheap, yeah.
I only believe in myself.
Kha'Zix is top, gonna kill this dude again. Dude.
Nah.
An
God,
ally
bro.
has been slain.
Hell yeah.
Rage quit here in a minute.
Where's my jungler?
Team, please.
I don't apologize for doing my thing.
We just... Oh, man.
Universe tend to pull its weight. I'm just helping it along.
You got Cosmic Spot.
Okay.
Dancing between the rules. I do what I want. No Star Guardian can say the same.
So they're just getting all these free stacks.
Save it for nerds. I do danger.
They can't even trade on her. She just gets souls and
World's
heals.
gonna burn.
Hey, what's up, Deshane? Going to the gym and I don't feel like it. Yeah, I feel that.
I feel that too.
Life is way more.
We just literally cannot stop her from stacking on this vein.
I did try to take a look when I hit 6. I could probably do now.
Yeah. I don't have any mana, but
Being bad is so good.
no, I can't push, man. I don't have any mana.
Self-control is for strong ones. I choose fun. You're gonna go stare in the mirror. It's daily affirmation time, Grandma.
Yeah, man, they really need to rework Vayne. What are we even getting here? I guess just Tabby. Sell one of these and I'll get one more cloth.
Stars are just sad, lonely light bulbs floating in space, evolving endlessly in a cycle they can't control. Anyone have chocolate? I'm craving chocolate.
Yeah, those are just the times you gotta go to the gym when you don't feel like it.
I am mad because I'm free.
That's how it is with a lot of things, with anything successful. Like, it's easy to do stuff when it's easy and when you want to do it.
Right.
But it's really doing the hard stuff that you don't want to do. That's where the success comes in.
I don't know if I can do this.
Most good guys are just kidding themselves.
Profit the pep talk, yep. I try.
Hey, Art.
I mean, we're not super far down in CS. The problem is she just gets those souls.
Exist. It's over
Ari is missing.
Safety is boring, you. Let's
I should have dodged. I mean, Vayne, it just feels like she shouldn't have to be a dodge because she used to be good in some metas, but it's like just so bad right now. No fucking way. No, it's not a GG. It's not even a game, because you're playing Vayne.
Oh my god. Oh.
Flash just can't do any fucking damage. Okay, please. Oh, she dropped an auto? Okay, she got one. Get two? Okay. Finally, they screwed up so hard even she couldn't mess it up. What is this build? What's this digger thing? Just getting a lot of ruby crystals.
Living the dream.
Can we get a dragon? I guess. I know, brother. I'm trying. No, no. Be careful there, dude. God. Okay, I guess he's got his little thing. His little ghost thing. What? Experimental hex plate? Well,
Used to be a square.
I don't know. That seems like you're cooking a bit too much. It's like, I could kind of see where that's going. Let's give her more ults.
But it is less complicated.
What do you guys think? Oh, the Dante's build? Shit. Okay, she died though. But maybe if I can hold this wave. If I could I have lived if I flashed on her a little bit, maybe? What does she get next? Blade or something? I'm not gonna be able to hold all this, I don't think. Allie, okay, you're not in lane. You might be roaming around here. Her ult's almost back up. I mean, it is nice. She's kind of worthless without her ult. I don't know. It's... I guess it's interesting. Just get Gensu's next. She knows how to play Vayne, but not League of Legends. Well, I mean, she's not playing terribly. Okay, that was playing terribly. Not understanding that you can't see when she does that. Nope, back it up, dude. Where's... do we know where Kha'Zix is? I've been paying that much attention. We're stronger right now, because Senna got boots too. Sort of.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I'm not going to be able to contest that.
An enemy has been slain.
always fucking there. He really just came up the lane. Just like always countering.
Turret plating will soon fall.
I'm gonna have to mute. It's like, brother, you're going Vayne with Hexplate.
Spree.
It's not that I completely lost my sense of hope. It's that the light inside me died a long time ago, leaving a dark, very good-looking soul.
Like, I did everything I could to give you a chance there. We maybe had a chance if the Kazakhs didn't show up. But the Kazakhs... I mean, the Kazakhs is outplaying the Kayn pretty hard, but also it's like every lane's basically losing, so... It's... I mean, Kazakhs can't do a ton. Top lane's down like 60 CS. He's just playing this bullshit he saw a streamer do and just hoping to get carried, basically. I mean, we could still win if somehow she pops off and they just make a huge mistake and give us a Baron eventually, but...
Helping it along.
Knock him back. Why would you do that, Urgot? God. Just let him dive further, at least. I think we lose this. Yeah. Okay, they want Dragon. Maybe if we sit here for a little bit longer. They'll try to gank her. No, Kayn's just gonna... Alright, push this in, dude. Push this in.
As far as the eye can see. There's a word here, my man. Oh, yeah. Basic.
They got it warded. I mean, it's warded. At least denied him a wave, I guess.
I do what I want. No Starguard. It's insane. Save this for nerds. I do danger.
Alright, let's back up. We're gonna get this tower, I think, when Vayne eventually is able to push. Maybe we don't get it. Senna has wave clear, sort of. Vayne doesn't.
Life is way more fun.
He's probably coming, but God bless. That auto HDR shit.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Shut down.
Woo! Being bad just feels so good.
Oh, God, what's his face?
I'm gonna go stare in the mirror.
Nice.
It's daily.
Yeah, we got a tower, and we got, got the push out. Damn, she's gonna get that. Maybe I should have stayed and caught that wave. I probably should have.
How do the Star
Let the
Guardians
tower live.
see anything? Their sparkles are so darn
Okay.
sparkly.
But she got scared.
Self-control is for smart ones. I choose fun.
Is he over here?
I am bad because I'm free, and I am free because I'm bad.
Oh, they're gonna try to dive bot probably.
Oh, I look good guys are just kidding themselves.
Okay, if he goes, I'm here. Come here.
Ally has been slain.
Shit.
Has been slain.
Okay, nice.
Sometimes agents of darkness need a break.
Just be sure to play the stream while you're doing your deadlifts at the gym.
That's right.
Some good ASMR.
Safety is boring. Let's go fight.
Shit. He was, yeah, he's just dead. Now they get Otacon.
Ally has been slain.
Gotta push this up, I guess. I don't know. They're just wasting time on us instead of doing Otacon. It's good. Wow, they did it that fast? Holy shit.
Damn, that's crazy.
Are they gonna get Dragon too? Oh shit.
Nice turnaround.
Yeah. Got him, coach. Alright, someone's gotta get this. Did Vayne die? Of course.
I'm backing.
Okay.
Might be able to get her if she stays.
No, 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 no.
Team has destroyed a turret.
Sure, I don't have any wards on this side of the map, but flash. Alright, let's back it up.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, Baron's up.
What she's got?
Garrett?
Destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
Alright, just switch the main.
Okay, well he used Ghost to chase me instead of save people. Yeah, hopefully that allows us to get Dragon here. Because Kha'Zix just had to have me. Don't let him just walk in there or got zoned. Okay, good.
Thanks, Riku. Doing the right thing was boring. I'm way more fun now.
Let's just push. I'll see if I can get some better wards. Can we? Trinimir's gonna chase her. Maybe. Yeah, can we do this? Yeah, let's do it, do it, do it. Oh, never mind, never mind.
Living the dream. The dream of darkness.
Okay. I mean, if they want to sit here and play around with wards instead of match a lane, I'm cool with that. We don't have Urgot. Yeah, just get the wards.
Evil loves me. Used to be a square. Then
Bless, how many freaking wards do they have?
woohoo!
get my flash off. Okay, well this clown-ass Kha'Zix better die. Second time he's basically into to kill me. We're starting to get Senna diff now. She's got like 800 range. Trinity. I should have not died there. I could have healed or flashed. I wasn't thinking about the Kha'Zix jumping over the wall there. We need to pressure lanes. We just don't. Vayne just doesn't have the wave clear. Wave clear just matters so much. Like, the more I play and the more I think about it, watch pros, listen to pros, and stuff like that. Wave clear is such a huge deal. Oh my god.
I only believe in myself. And Saya.
Dragon up in 50. He flashed for that, right?
I don't apologize.
Yes, he did.
Pretty sure he did. Go. Give me. Well, push this, I guess. If Vayne comes up here.
An enemy has been slain. Enemy killing spree.
I mean, I got death cap. Do it quick.
Okay.
The universe tends to chaos. Help it along.
Got the
Nice. I think they're gonna get that, but it's probably okay. 1400. I don't have enough. But let's get that.
Ooh, Riku, let's destroy everything they hold and then laugh in their
They are not on it yet?
what? Sorry.
Okay, never mind.
I do what I want. Stars
What the hell are they doing? They just took it back after they killed Urgot? Let's try to stop teleports. Actually, only Ari has teleport. But Trinity doesn't, so. Alright, I'll try to get you some wards on your flank. Give me a second.
Sorry.
Safe is for nerds. I do danger.
Alright, someone gotta match that.
I guess I gotta go.
Vayne's getting it.
I got. Oh.
World's gonna burn. I'm blazing by fire. Life is way more than rules.
Enemy has been slain.
I'm kind of wasting my ult there, but let's close. We're not gonna build it. Get any more here? Oh. I mean, I don't have any wards left. Urgot's pressuring bottom. I think we can probably pressure this. I'll just have to physically watch the flank. Or they just give it to us. Whoa! Brother. Okay, yeah, they're definitely trying to flank. I think just back up. Just take all their stuff. Kha'Zix is middle. I mean, yeah, if they screw around. Nice. No, no, no. Just wait, dude. Just wait. Fuck. No, no. We should get the inhibitor. Or you're dead. You're dead.
Oh, we can end.
Yeah, probably end here.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. An enemy has been slain.
Enjoy your life.
Oh my god. Almost. Barely ran out of the little circle. We're about to throw here. I'm just triple inhib's fine.
Inhibitor. Shut down. Shut down.
Doing the right thing is boring. I'm waiting for one now. I'm gonna go stare in the mirror. It's daily affirmation time.
Box, I guess.
Whoa! Danger brings out my bad side. Just kidding. All my sides are equally breathtaking.
Need to pressure mid so they can't contest.
Woohoo! I feel like
Nice. Oh my god, did we just fucking lose?
Enemy.
Oh no, I don't think we can. They can't end. How did we lose that? I got, like, charmed right in the middle of my shield on top of you. Or did it root me? Something stopped me, like, mid-air. We did get soul. I mean, we're still like, okay, they're not going to get anything off of that. They did get a lot of kills, but... We also could have... Well, you stealing the dragon is the best. God, I was about to say, we could have just pressured him. And just not let him back. Well, they did that. And the minions probably would have just won the game.
That's true, too.
good in dark.
Just push that mid, gone over, and try to stop their back. We need mid up.
Living the dream. The dream of darkness.
The enemy's inhibitor has respawned.
There's 2 bots.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they just have to give this. Pretty sure. The Trinity is trying. Alright. Should just be able to walk in.
When Zaya and I were abandoned,
Oh, don't fucking just run into him.
I don't like being alone. Spiky's face goods are first.
Oh, she's her ult? Okay. It's a pretty short cooldown, but it's probably at least 30 seconds.
Used to be a square, and I break.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Okay, nice.
An enemy has been slain.
Get that little fucker off me! Okay, finally. God! That guy just hates me. Hey, thanks, Keanu. Probably PhD. I got my master's quite a bit before I started the channel. But yeah, I was still working on my PhD back then, probably. I was working. I really wasn't doing very much on it. Unfortunately, for the last, I don't know, 5 years of it. But shout out to Alistar, what a homie. Well, I mean, that wasn't a great engage, but they had to pull the trigger on something. Because if they just wait until the minions get in there, they just can't win. With 3 stacks of baron up minions all over the place. No, it's all good. Yeah, it was a graduate degree. It's like PhD is just like astronomically harder than an MA. I mean, MA is still hard, right? But it's like, it's 2 years versus PhD in the humanities, or at least in English, is usually like bare minimum 5, and usually closer to 7. It's a lot. I mean, the coursework is only 2 years, which is cool. Then you have these comprehensive exams that you study for a year, and that's like kind of annoying but doable. I passed the exams, I passed the classes, I passed everything except for the dissertation. That's the thing that when people break, that's where they break. And I don't know how many people don't finish PhDs. I think it's depends on the institution, I guess, but it's probably about a third to half. It's quite a few. But so much of it depends on your topic and your committee. But you basically have to write a book, pretty much. It's like a 200-page, basically, paper. But I mean, the easier way to think about it is like, and I didn't really think about it this way, but it probably would have made my life a little easier, is it's more like a collection of short stories. If you just think, okay, I don't have to write a 200-page book, I have to write like 10, 20-page papers that are related by a common theme. That would make it a lot easier. Because that's really closer to what it is a lot of times. I just think about it, you know, chapter by chapter, instead of just getting overwhelmed thinking, oh, it's this massive document. It's like, no, just break it up into little chapters. That's something I've been telling my students over the last couple of years. Not for writing dissertations, but when they have to write, you know, a 6-page essay or something, and they think that's like, you know, super scary or whatever. I'm like, just think of it as you're writing, you know, like 3 1.5-page essays that are related if you just break it up into little chapters. Like, one chapter might be, okay, whatever your topic is, what was happening before the present day? So, like, what was the standard? What did people typically talk about with your topic? What was considered good evidence? Or, you know, whatever. So you can have, you know, kind of the background. And then what's some rising problem in your field? What's some new technology or new law or new leader or whatever that's changing the way that people think about this field? And then you talk about that for a page and a half. And then it's what's some problem that's come about because of this new, like, challenge or whatever. What's something that's innovating or changing? So kind of like, what's the future? It's what past, present, and future sort of the field. I think that a lot of students have said that makes it a lot easier to digest. And then that, you know, that of course would give you 4.5 pages, and you got like 3/4 of a page introduction, 3/4 of a page conclusion, and you got it. I have a hard time stopping myself playing WoW when I should be studying. Do you have any tips to put studying first? Huh. I mean, that is tough. I've struggled with that myself. Are you ready to go, Jace?
Oh, shit, my bad. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Just making sure. Wasn't a bio break or a hookah break or something, you know?
No, actually, hang on a second. I still
Okay.
hear myself engage chat, or like in champ select.
Okay. Maybe just close the client. Yeah, mine kind of sounds like that too.
I'm gonna close the client.
Okay, that's probably a good idea. I'll do that too. Because mine still sounds like it's in champ select too. I think, I mean, I always just think that giving yourself rewards for challenging things is, it's kind of a way to go. So just say, all right, look, and just make it like a reasonable chunk of studying and like focusing on something, especially something that maybe you're not like super interested in to begin with, is a skill, right? It's just like going to the gym or something. You're not just gonna, no one's gonna immediately, when you first start studying, or very few people, to just lock in and just, you know, hard study for, you know, 2 hours straight. So try to just divide it up. Just say, all right, look, I'm going to lock in and I'm going to study for, you know, whatever you can handle at the moment. Say, I'm going to do 15 minutes, or I'm going to do, you know, work your way up to 30 minutes, whatever it is. I'm going to study for that amount of time, and just turn off all your screens. I tell my students, take physical notes if you can. That way you're not even tempted to look at your notifications or whatever on your phone. Oh, and what's up, Faded, by the way? I don't remember if I said hey or not. But that way you're not even tempted by notifications. Lock in, take notes. Taking notes helps you stay focused. It helps you remember, but people really underestimate that it helps you focus. And then just think about, what do you really need to know? Right? And some of this is going to depend on the class. But like in English classes, for example, or in a lot of humanities type classes, if you're having to write a paper about something, and they don't have a test on what it is, if it's just write an essay about it, then, you know, you don't have to remember everything. The trick to memorizing stuff is to understand you're not going to remember everything. You're not going to remember most stuff. So don't try. It's a waste of time. It's inefficient to try to remember everything that you're reading. The trick is to try to understand what you need to remember and focus on that. Now, again, that's going to depend on the field, but just anything that you see that looks like it would be a big deal. So something that's like underlined, highlighted, obvious stuff where there's like a picture, a diagram or something, that's usually a big tell. If it's like a science class, any term that like shows up a lot, or things that keep getting repeated in multiple passages, things that they mention really early on, like in the introduction or whatever, stuff that they like kind of foreshadow is going to be important later. You just got to kind of like pay attention to that. And then some of the smaller details you probably don't need to know, unless you have like a diabolical professor that just deliberately tries to find obscure stuff and quiz you on it. and there are some of those out there. But just understand what you need to know. So if it's like an English class, then you just say, okay, what's interesting to me in this book? What would I want to write an essay about, in this book? And just slow down and focus up on that and take some really good notes. And if it's something that's not related to that, then read it faster. So you just have to learn how to read at multiple speeds. You got to have the, okay, I know this is going to be important speed, which is like slow. And then the like, this might be important, which is a little faster. And then the, okay, I definitely am not going to ever use this information. Read it super fast. Computer science. Well, I haven't had a lot of classes in that, so I don't know for sure. That one, you might have to lock in a bit more. I did like calculus in high school, but I didn't have like good study habits or tips. I just tried to read and understand everything. Just trying to find a way that it makes sense as well. Like, okay, why am I doing this? How am I going to use this? So if your brain actually thinks the information is useful or interesting, it's a lot more likely you'll remember it. So you have to try to like trick your brain into thinking that something is going to be useful or thinking that something is really interesting, even though maybe it's not. So you got to try to train your curiosity a little bit. Why do I want to know this? Oh, what would this situation deal with, or what would that situation deal with? And that can potentially help out a little bit. But I think, one thing you can definitely do is just give yourself, again, digestible chunks. You can use like caffeine. I don't recommend Adderall or anything like that. I know that's kind of a thing with a lot of students. But, time is your friend. Start studying early. Try not to procrastinate. Take good notes. And then just reward yourself. Say, all right, I'm going to do 30 minutes of studying, then I'll play one game of League. Then I'm going to do 30 minutes of studying, then I'll play one game of League. Something like that, where you're just alternating fun and studying. So that you give yourself, a chance to refresh. Now, unfortunately, League is not always the most relaxing activity either, though. So if you find yourself getting really stressed out with League and that's hurting your ability to study, that could be a thing, too. But a lot of times you got to balance League with other stuff, so that it's not like, so you don't get too tilted. You're like, okay, this guy just ran it down in my mid lane game, but I'm going to have dinner with a friend later, or I'm going to watch an episode of this show that I like, or just something else. I think just having a good diversity of stuff in your life, if you can help you get through challenging or frustrating things. Just something you can look forward to. And just ways you can reward yourself for doing difficult tasks. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, I hope that helps. Like I said, I've taught English for a long time, so it's probably a bit different. Computer science, that one you probably do get tests, where you do need to know details of things a little bit more than you would in a typical college English class, but just rewarding yourself, pacing yourself with the studying, taking good notes. Study groups help a lot. That's another thing. I don't know sort of what your social situation is, but I think just trying to build up a friend group in general is just helpful for all kinds of things in life. Balancing stuff out. If there's a club or something on campus, even like an esports club that you could join, or just some other, kind of social club that does something that you like. I think that's a great way to kind of build up friendships. I know my university is doing a lot more with clubs. Like, there's just more and more clubs for everything, and they try to do like more spirit night and social things, because that really is, in my opinion, the biggest indicator of, well, I'll say it's the inverse, really. It's the students who aren't social, I think, a lot of times, in my mind. I don't know a lot of their personal lives, but it's just like the people who seem like they're loners tend to be a lot more vulnerable to mental health stuff, right? Depression, anxiety, all of that. And that is probably the biggest risk factor to, failing my class. Now, my class is pretty easy, they write pretty sizable papers, but they get to pick their topic and do a bunch of stuff. But I think that for most majors at like a typical state university, I think if you just show up and you try and you're turning stuff in, like, you can probably pass and get a degree. But it's that motivation factor. If you're always depressed or anxious and you don't have that support network, you don't have the friends to help you kind of unwind or to put things in perspective, then it's really easy just to not go anymore, right? Because no one's really going to hold your hand or force you to go, right? Like high school. If you want to just stay out all night at the club, or stay up all night playing games, or just sit on the couch all day, or just whatever, you can do that, right? You're an adult, you can do that. So I think that's one of the toughest temptations, is finding that structure. And I think having friends, like a good friend group, can help you unwind and relax, but also, potentially put a little extra, if you find the right friends, you get study groups, it can put a little friendly pressure on you to, do the work, because you don't want to let down the group, potentially. So I remember in high school, when I was taking calculus, because I thought I wanted to do something in the sciences or math, and I thought I was good at math until I got to calculus 2 and figured out I'm not. But we would always go over to my buddy's house. We'd have a calculus party, as we would say. A couple of friends and me, and we would just, play some basketball or play some, do the calculus. It was mostly them just doing it, but I would get them to kind of help me out. It was almost like tutoring from a friend. They would help me with the calculus. I'd help them with their, English or their, history papers or whatever. And then we just like play some basketball or go running or play some video games or, just whatever, just hang out. So we do that reward thing I was talking about, but we'd also, have friends with it too. Oh, you're good. We'd also have kind of the friends with it too. And then in my master's program in college, or I guess in master's, as part of the exams, you're given a list of 300 books, at least in my department, or 300 like literary works. And they're like, okay, we can ask you anything from any of these. You have 1 year to prepare for this test. Good luck. That's basically it. So we're like, well, shit. And it's basically everything you could, all the MVPs of literature for the last 1,300 years or something. And we got together with this reading group, 3 other people and me, and 3 other people and I. And we would just meet up in a Starbucks on campus in the library just once a week for about an hour. And we just split up the readings. Okay, you read this and this, you read this and this, and we just like give each other some readings. And we all had different specialties, which was helpful. So I did 19th century British. We had someone that was like 20th American. One person was medieval. I think one person was 18th century British. So anytime any of those things came up on the reading list, we would give it to the specialist, and then they could explain the context and everything else for us. And we didn't do it all chronologically. We just kind of split it up. So we tried to pick some stuff we thought would be fun, lighter readings, and mix it up with stuff that was a little more challenging. So we'd all get together, and I swear that's one of the major ways I was able to pass that exam was that group. It's because it made it interesting. Even when I didn't want to do the reading, I would, I wouldn't want to let the group down. So I'd read it so I could just talk about it with everybody. Now, I did pass my PhD exams, which were of a similar difficulty by myself, but it was a lot less fun of a process, and I think it was a lot closer. I think I passed, but like barely. Versus the masters, I think I pretty comfortably passed. So yeah, if you can just get just good friend networks, and then just having, sometimes like some fun friends too. You can have different kinds of friends, right? You can have the friends you go out with and go to some house parties with or have some fun, and then you can have your study friends if you need. Sometimes they're the same people. This one guy that helped me a lot on the calculus in high school, he was one of the biggest, well, he wasn't like a huge partier, I guess, but he would go out 2 or 3 nights a week and do quite a bit of drinking. He'd be out at the club till 3 a.m. and then go take a calculus test at 8 a.m. and get like a 98 on it or something. Like, he's a super smart guy. But he was also very social and just kind of active and athletic. So you could do almost anything with that guy. He's just kind of a cheat code. But I know there were, you know, some other friends were really good at studying and kind of intellectual stuff and just kind of, you know, quiet settings, one-on-one, just hanging out or whatever. But they didn't like going out. Oh, shit. No, no, no. I guess Gwen's coming through. Almost banned Rakan. Too busy chatting. But the toughest part, I think, about college, especially undergrad, is just balancing being an adult for the first time with trying to do some of the toughest, you know, coursework you've ever had to do. And that's really difficult. Because you've got the, again, the temptation to stay out and party, or to stay up all night and game, or just be tired and not want to show up to class or whatever. But it's also just adulting, right? Like, doing your laundry, going to the store, managing a roommate, right? In different social situations that might come up with that. You know, other obligations. A lot of people work, or they're part of school clubs, or, you know, various other things. So learning just how to balance and budget your time is, you know, a really big challenge. I look back and I think, how the hell did I do all that? I was an undergrad, especially without any sort of like real mentor or, you know, good advice on anything. I just somehow pulled it through. But I remember there was one semester I was taking, it was like 15 hours, and I was working 32 hours in a restaurant, and I like had this girlfriend that took up all this time, and I was probably going out 2 or 3 nights a week. I was on an intramural volleyball team. I'm doing all kinds of stuff, and I was like, how did I like get everything done? I don't know. It was a lot of skimming on some of the books. Fortunately, pretty good writer. I could make a lot out of a little. So that was helpful.
Riku, how can you be tired already?
It also helped that I was taking, you know, my majors. I was a triple major in English, philosophy, and religious studies. So it helped that my majors were actually, like, I was interested. I kind of did want to read the stuff. So that helped. If that had been 15 hours of computer science and calculus and stuff, that would have been harder. So trying to major in something that you're actually good at is key. I know that sounds crazy, but there are so many students that I think try to major in something just because they think it's going to give them a good job or whatever. And I know money matters, like people got to make money, but just having, you know, getting a degree versus not getting a degree is a big deal. Or having a pretty good GPA versus, you know, if you're just going for an office job and you've got an A in art history major, right? I don't know about a lot of hiring managers, but if you've got an A as an art history major versus someone who maybe is a C average accounting student or something, or just business student, I might rather have the A art history major if I'm the hiring manager, just for like selling insurance or something, right? Just some generic office job.
Life is way more fun when you give up the rules.
Don't hit the wave, brother. You need to be pushing him in.
You look better just a little bit.
If you're not gonna hit the wave, no, back up. Oh my god, dude, holy, my god. I'm gonna say that's not a great comment. And someone says, "Don't touch the wave,"
Life sucks without Zarya.
because you should be pushing for level 2, definitely, but especially as Caitlyn. This guy's just like trying to trade autos with Jinx, like an extended fight. It's like, buddy, you know what her passive does, right? With a Gatling gun. It's gonna do a lot more damage than you. But yeah, so try to, you know, if you like computer science and that's working, I'm not using my degree at all. That's what Fade says. I feel a lot of people, I mean, I'm using the English degree. But the, you know, the philosophy and the religious studies, not really using that. Thank God she just missed that organically. Yeah, I feel a lot of people are like that, just for any sort of, you know, office job or other jobs. I mean, there's people with advanced degrees that don't use their degree. Remember when I went to a card shop, this card shop I went to when I was in high school, there's a guy that was running the subway next door that had a PhD in particle physics. He's just dead, right? Yeah. Man. Hopefully she doesn't just AFK. Someone can carry her.
World gonna burn. I look amazing by firelight.
Not great that Jace is getting bullied by Sion too this early. Yeah, and there have been, I've seen several English PhD people that are not really using their English degree. Remember one person, I've shared this before, they're working in a warehouse and he hung his degree up on the forklift. He said, finally found a use for my PhD degree. Or something like that. And someone else, like, I saw on Facebook, is like a, you know, manager at Lowe's or something like that. I don't remember exactly where it was.
I'm dead.
An ally has been slain.
You're gonna go stare in the mirror. It's daily affirmation time.
There's someone else I know, it's like a farmer out in California. Oh, they're both going AD? Alright.
Woo! I am so far past redemption. I am in
AD
the fun zone.
support Shaco, huh? That's interesting. I have an IT degree and I'm working in a quality lab at a chemical plant. Job with no degree required. Yep. There's a lot of jobs that are like pretty good where you don't necessarily need a degree. I think a degree is useful because it just shows that you can show up somewhere and you have some level of discipline to complete a degree. I think that, for a lot of fields, is really what matters a lot more than like the actual literal skills. Unless, obviously, it's something where you need those skills, right? Engineering, accountant, something like that. I was trying to find a stat on this the other day. What's the most changed out of, the most dropped major?
Perfection doesn't exist. Check my hair.
An enemy has been slain.
Block her shot so she didn't get that cannon. We're actually up in CS somehow. Even though she's died twice. That's good.
I only believe in myself.
But I would think the most dropped major is probably engineering. Because there's so many students that come in wanting to do engineering because it's the best job for if you just have an undergrad, something that actually uses your degree, it's probably engineering. But it's also very difficult. So I think that's probably the most dropped major. A lady I worked with said what she actually learned in college was how to survive on her own and interact with other people. Yeah. Yeah. I mean... Okay, nice. Okay. Okay, please don't get baited for that. Screen for a plate. I don't think that's a good idea, but... Hopefully your back doesn't get stopped. It'd be so tragic. Okay. Computer repair shop for a while before I gave up and went to the plant. When they called, no computer jobs. You know, that was something shocking that I saw recently on CNBC. So many places are obsessed with ROI, like your return on investment for degrees, which is like, I mean, I get it. College is very expensive. People want to actually make money if they're going to pay for it. But I don't know. I think just like we're saying now, it's not just the like literal skills you get at college. It's the skills that you train. It's kind of like being in the military, I would assume. I've never been in the military, but it's not just that you learn how to disassemble a gun or, you know, do all this military shit, right? When you get out of it, you've got a lot of people a high level of discipline, you know, and other skills that translate very well into jobs. I love having ex-military people in my classes. They're great because they always fucking do their work. Usually very polite, and they just get it done. Like if they're struggling, they'll ask you for help. They just know how to do shit. It is very difficult, yeah, living on your own. Well, to some extent, but as far as like housing, yeah, that's. I mean, you can, but yeah, it's a little more tricky. I should have just given up on her. Overstayed. Oh, and she's going lethality. It's like, dude, you're so far behind. Lethality's a tempo build. I think trying to save her from the Shaco initially was okay, but I should have just run out of there. I should have just ulted and immediately run. Well, now our CS lead is probably gone. Yeah, my wife has a master's too in facilities management. She never uses that for anything. Like the actual skills, right? But it has helped her as far as like it just looks good for promotions where she's getting hired for things, for negotiating, salary, all that kind of stuff. They didn't want to get Dragon? This is weird. I mean, I think we can win this for sure. They're killing Caitlyn a lot. They got me there, which is not great, but... Jesus Christ. No, it's going to be a massacre. It's going to be a 4v2. Eat nothing but ramen noodles. That's true. Yeah, you probably get an apartment in the hood. Maybe. Depends. I mean, maybe if it's like LA, maybe not. I guess I should have been a little bit more suspicious why they weren't on that dragon yet. Maybe they were on it, and then they just decided they would come down and get a couple more free kills.
But it is less complicated.
Yeah, I should not have touched that tower without getting wards at first. Jesus H. He's dead again.
Take that, nerd.
No.
Enemy killing spree.
She really needed to dodge that. I guess at least she got a kill, but that probably reset her gold.
Dancing between the rules.
Turret plating will fall soon.
Sometimes we agents of darkness need a break.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, ramen. I've never actually eaten ramen, I don't think. It just seems so bad. I'm like, just eat normal pasta. Like, penne pasta is not that
I
expensive.
do what I want. No starving. Say the same.
We're actually still up 20 CS somehow. I don't even get it. How is it possible?
Oh, she did that.
Yeah, she fucking... God bless. She's so bad. It's unbelievable.
Slain an enemy.
Shit, I hit the... Did I hit the anything?
An ally has been slain.
Good lord. How did she... Was it a rocket? I guess it's probably a rocket. It's like, dude, if you're against Jinx, don't back in a typical bush where they would expect you to back.
We're in charge, Riku. More dark matter? Dark matter everywhere.
Hey, what's up,
As
Apruva?
far as the eye can see.
Oh, are you out, Faded? Oh, thanks for chatting. Yeah, good to see you, man. How's it going? This game's a bit rough, but it's possibly winnable. I mean, Echo's getting fed. Shaco is going to be worthless later. Dude, it's just like on cooldown. I haven't seen someone feed this hard in a really long time.
Doing the right thing was boring. I'm way more fun now. If you forget my name, just call for the Lord of Darkness.
I should not have died any of these times, so that's on me. My god, dude. It's like,
Turret has been destroyed.
it's crazy. Alright, I'm cut. Shaco's gonna be there too, probably. He has okay burst right now, so I'm coming. Nice.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay. Well, maybe with the lanes broken, we can get back in there. They only have one dragon, though. Can we get this? Oh, push this out. Let's push this out. There's Shaco.
World's gonna burn.
Shaco's probably around.
Most good guys are just kidding themselves.
that counts as wards killed for me on op.gg if I let someone else kill it for the gold. Because I do that a lot, but... which is good for, like, winning the game, but it's bad for, like, my op.gg score. Kill that stupid-ass Shaco. Oh, God. How the fuck did he get over there? Oh, God. The TP ward from, like, our red or something. Damn it, I wasn't able to get in there and sweep. I guess I should have swept the back of our jungle, so I wasn't even thinking about the Kennen TP flank. There you go. That's really good. Okay, Jace is kind of coming alive. We did get Rift, so we're getting some objectives. We're not getting everything. Gee, I wonder who started that. It's a mystery.
Living the dream.
Please tell me we kill that clown. The literal clown. Oh my god. Ooh, that was almost really slick under the tower. We still got a couple of them, I think. It's a shame you died, but... Did you get kills on both of them?
Oh yeah, I got double.
Nice.
I got a double.
Nice. Okay, good.
We definitely win.
I did not rescue you from a cold dead planet so you could laugh at me. I rescued you.
Yeah.
Scion's kind of useless, so Shake would be useless at some point.
Yeah, as long as, shit, they're gonna be on this, so...
Perfection doesn't exist. Except for my hair. I only believe in myself. And Saya.
God, this fucking cannon shows up at the last millisecond every time. On a flank. They're doing really well with the fucking wards too. Like, usually I have much better vision, but we just haven't had control of anything all game. Caitlyn, can you get the tower instead of Gromps? Holy shit.
Can't kill evil.
Alright, I mean, she probably wouldn't have been able to get the tower anyways, I guess, but... Dude, they're there, aren't they? We literally just saw them!
An ally has been slain.
Wow. It's not good they got the Otacon. Damn it. I thought we were in a decent position. Sejuani's just
Boring, Miku.
very difficult to kill right now. Jace, you want that blue? He does have TP.
Then I am bringing the darkness. Woohoo!
Such a tough push to check. I should have got Mercs. The Sejuani and the...
So good.
Yeah.
Ally has been slain.
Sejuani and Kennen are just lighting me up. My lane was all AD though.
Enemy killing spree.
I am bad because I'm
Turret has been destroyed.
because I'm bad.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down. An ally has been slain.
Yeah, we did shut Jinx down. I mean, if we get good flanks, if Kennen does not, and we do,
Don't apologize.
I think we can kill him with either Jason or Echo. Like, we've got good flankers. Caitlyn's gonna hit her 1 in 15 power spike soon.
I gotta meet her before I lose my mind.
Yeah, I met her a long time ago. As soon as she said touch the wave, and then just immediately died level 1, I was like, alright.
Helping it along.
It's the classic bad and mad, I'm sure.
Life is way more complicated than rules.
I don't know why Kalen's going bot, but yeah.
Well, whatever. Just use the pressure. It's dead again. Gonna kill. They're gonna push mid. Kennen's coming.
Killing spree. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
What is that slow?
Life sucks without Saya, but it is less complicated. Stare in the mirror. It's daily application.
Well,
Backing up. I think Simon's gonna get that tier 2 bot.
oh my god.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Let's destroy everything they hold dear and then laugh in their faces.
You gotta kind of wonder, like, what kind of mental gymnastics someone has to go through to think it's their team that's the problem when you're 1 in 12. But
Dancing between the rules.
the cognitive dissonance is just like off the charts. Thinking one thing in your head, it just doesn't match reality. Oh my god, why is he here? Okay, shit, I think I'm alright. What? How the fuck did that even kill me? Oh, the smite has a delay on it? Why were 3 people? It was literally converged from all sides. It was like blue, wolves. I knew about the 2 from the Baron area, but... I mean, yeah. If he's gonna zone you. Maybe Jace can get it. They didn't have a wave. We can stop a back.
Thanks, Riku.
The Sejuani is just like the huge problem.
An enemy has been slain.
Whoa! I saw stars for a second.
Shut down.
Dark, very evil-looking stars.
Oh my god.
Enemy rampage.
Damn, did I get the assist? Okay, I did get the assist. Nice. That just healed him. Yeah, we can win this. We just gotta not let him get soul. Everyone else is doing pretty well. I'm dying a bit too much, but
Safe is for nerds. I do danger.
Echo's pretty strong. You're strong.
Shaco is just so annoying right now.
Yeah.
An ally has been slain.
Doing the right thing was boring. I'm way more fun now.
Wait. Wish Echo would come over here and push this out. Push this out, dude, so I can get wards. Echo, get your ass over here.
World's gonna burn.
Because that forces them to answer this wave. You get the stun?
Killing
Got him.
If I can do that, kind of.
Push mid.
Most good guys are just kidding themselves.
I mean, they're down Shaco.
Self-control is for star nerds. I choose fun.
An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Living the dream.
Get this fucker. He's such a son of a bitch. Did he die for that? Dumb shit? Okay, thank God. Well, that's why you push a wave. Oh, you guys, can you end?
Your team has destroyed
I don't know if...
an inhibitor.
Ah, maybe. Yeah, I think you got it. That's exactly why you push the wave. They fucked up, and we want to fight, get the ace, and we just win out of nowhere a game we probably shouldn't have won. Okay. Because we pushed the wave and they didn't. Dragon dead bodies over the finish line. There's just really one dead body, which is Caitlyn. Everybody else is doing pretty well. It was a mediocre game for me, but we pulled through. Only getting plus 19? What the...
Yeah, plus 24 out of that.
Yeah, you're playing up, I think, so it should... You would think it would give you a little bit more, because I'm a few divisions higher.
Yeah.
But... Alright, well, I gotta roll out, unfortunately. But, yeah, if you get on tomorrow, we'll keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling.
Alright, man. Have a good one.
Too.
My God. I guess, honestly, Jinx didn't do that much more damage than the Caitlyn did. Which is crazy. I mean, Jinx did die 8 times also. But I'm surprised that Chase did that much. I guess he was rocking. But yeah, Shaco just kind of fell off late game, and we were just able to get to the Jinx. The Kennen seemed like he got a pretty decent ult, but they kind of took that last fight. It was a 4v5. Shaco didn't show up till the very end. And didn't they, like, Sejuani blast coned over or something? And we just got, like, a really good just setup. But anyways, I got to get out of here. But thank you very much, everybody, for coming in. As always, I appreciate it. It was great chatting with y'all about League, about life, all of that. Hope everybody's doing well. And I should be back tomorrow night if y'all are around. Have a good one. See you then.